everybody, it's Mandy from Chapel Forge. So today we are working on the temporary structure for the goats. So we can't move the goat shed ourselves. It's an oversized load. We have to have the shed hauler move it. So this is my favorite green building, which I've shown you before. I'll show you it from the outside. So this is the cool green building that came with the property. So what we're gonna do is we are going to put the goats in this. I only have 3 right now. So we're gonna put them in this space for now. I'll walk around and show it to you from the other side. They had goats here at one point because here is a slow feeder. So I actually will probably use this. So they're only gonna live in here until the shed hauler can come, which is gonna be in about a month. Unfortunately, he was booked out a month, so we just have to work with that, and that's just how it's gonna be. So they'll have this entrance over here. We're gonna get this cleaned up a little bit, and then we're gonna put the fencing around here. So that's gonna be one of our projects this week, is working on getting this prepped and then getting the goats here. So we're gonna take you through that process. All right, so as we dig into this a little more, some of this floor is clearly already coming up. So Zad's working on just kind of pitchforking as best we can. We're still a little bit limited tools at this house. So he's just working on getting that up. We're gonna get this scooped out of here. We're thinking what we might do. We're thinking that we're probably just going to tear this floor out because some of it's already breaking anyway. And then that way we don't have it. I mean, Zad's walking on it and it's not falling through, but in this back corner, it did. And obviously I don't want the goats falling through it and getting hurt. So we're gonna work on tearing this floor out for their temporary structure. All right, so it's a different day. It's actually a different week, I think, from when I started this video. We have the tractor at the new house. Yesterday, we brought up the enclosed trailer with some more house stuff. Zad pulled the tractor up here. We really need it up here so that we can get the Holiday Rambler out of the way. It's blocking up the path to go back, or one of the paths to go back. And he just needs to kind of like resituation things. The guinea pen is just kind of sitting out here by the road looking particularly nice. So we brought the tractor up. We're going to use that to finish this goat barn project. So I'm going to show you the rest of that. We're going to get the chicken coop ready to go. And the plan is to bring the animals up tomorrow, which means as of tomorrow night, we should be living here. Stay tuned. So in setting up structures, one of the other things we need to do is get this guinea shed in place. I currently have 6 guineas. I think I started with 8. I can't remember. 2 of them died at Missy's house. I think they got trampled by turkeys. It happens. So I have 6 guineas. They're gonna live in here for a little while, and then I'm hoping that they'll be my guard guineas, and I'm gonna put 3 in with the chickens and 3 in with the goats. Try to keep them in. Last year I had some, if you followed that little journey, and a couple of them got pancaked in the road, and a few of them got eaten by something in the woods. So we're gonna try guineas again. So we are currently moving, like I said, we have the tractor here today with the forks on. So we got that strapped on, and we're gonna get that up here with the other structures, trying to keep, if you follow with like zoning your homestead at all, I'm kind of gonna have like my layers in zone 1, and then my guineas, turkeys, and goats will kind of be like in zone 2. I don't really have enough zone 1 space to put everybody in zone 1. The garden will be in zone 1 also. So this is heading up to zone 2, so we're gonna get that in place. Mud has been the theme of this move. And we are just always sliding and fighting mud. And I mean, I guess we knew this moving in spring, but good grief. So the other theme to this homestead, besides mud, is rocks. Let me do that. I mean, basically our homestead sits on a mountain. So we are going to be using a lot of cinder blocks here to get things as level as we can. All right, so we got the guinea. It's really a brooder because they're gonna live with the other animals. But so we got the guinea shed where it needs to go. We have 2 fuel cells that we want to get moved since the tractor's here today. And in case you don't know, the tractor will be here permanently. It's just we're moving it back and forth between the 2 homesteads right now because we only have 1 tractor. So we're gonna get these fuel cells moved out of the way. We just had to drag these off with a chain, so they sort of just haphazardly like sitting here in the middle of the pathway. And then our farm wagon is plopped up this trail. So we're gonna get it repositioned so it's out of the way in case we need to use this trail. Something that I absolutely love about this place is that I have all these trails to walk and explore and listen to this mountain stream and the whole thing. So we're gonna get that done and then finish up these animal enclosure projects. All right, so he wants to be able to put these skid tanks underneath this lean-to. Again, if you've been following along, you know that this right here is going to be the camper pad for our camper. My parents' camper is going to live back there. So these are going to be here ultimately once they're filled. Obviously, they need a little bit of love. So we'll be cleaning these up. This is a project down the road. Cleaning these up and then filling these with, what are you doing? Gas and off-road diesel?
I'd like to do an on-road diesel, an off-road diesel, and another one with gas, but it'll probably be gas and off-road diesel.
So gas and off-road diesel right now, and then eventually get one for on-road diesel. So these are gonna live back here for now. All right, fuel cells are in place. They look nice there. They'll look even nicer once they're all freshened up. All right, so I'm up in what's gonna be the temporary goat barn. Showed you this a little bit earlier in the video. Loading the tractor with the trash that's in here. There's some trash, some just like junky floorboards, a bunch of old, probably bedding of some sort. So getting all of that cleared out of here so that I can get this safe for my goats. So, Missy, bless you. So Missy and Jeremy showed up, and not really necessarily to work, but they're here, so might as well do something. So we are tearing apart this nasty old fence that was in this chicken area, getting that prepped, and then we're gonna finish up the goat shed. All right, so I love when random help just shows up. Everything goes so much faster. So we got our straw in here. If you remember, this was a big broken mess of wood and 50-year-old bedding or something and poop and whatever. So this is all ready. Our goats are gonna live in here, and we should hopefully still be bringing them up tomorrow. So we're gonna get their fencing up and then finish the chickens. So we are putting the Premier One fencing up. You've been following us for a while. You know that we've done this fun game at our other house in the woods. And
yeah, there was dirt.
It was dirt. This is a lot of rocks. And yep. So anyway, putting this up and having a nice team building session with our besties. So we're going to try. This is obviously not the whole enclosure for them permanently. This is just temporary until our shed gets here, and then they're going to be moving up here where I showed you before, and they'll have like an acre and a half to forage in. So this is just temporary to get them here. All right, so it's starting to get dark. We got the chicken fence up. We probably need to do a little bit more securing in this like middle section over here and see what's happening with that. But I think amazingly, thanks to our friends showing up and helping, we are on track to bring the animals still tomorrow. So not sure if we're gonna go back to the old house tonight or if we're gonna just hang at Missy and Jeremy's tonight. Or I guess we could hang at our own house, but what fun is that? So we might need to secure this section a little bit, and then the chickens will be ready to go in there. My biggest challenge, I guess, at this house is gonna be, I'm gonna have to come out every night and make sure that everybody is in, at least until I get a feel for what our predator situation is like. And I'm gonna have to make sure that my goats are always in each night. Goats go in by themselves for the most part. I'll just have to make sure that, you know, they do that until they get their routine down. And then the chickens, you know, as you know, I have wild chickens who do whatever they want. So I'm gonna have to make sure that they go in. So that completes this project, and we're gonna be ready to bring those animals in. So stay tuned for that video.